Today I'm going to travel on the road with no speed limits in the McLaren P1 that I just bought.
The UK is full of speed cameras, but what if I told you there was a road in the UK where you can drive as fast as you want, legally?
You're going to get to see what it's like to drive this £1.2 million hypercar along this crazy, dangerous road. Jesus Christ. And see what top speed we can do on the UK road. But before that, I haven't even driven this car since I bought it, so let's take my McLaren P1 on its first drive.
One of the first things that blew me away was the sound of this beefy turbo.
Is that broke? Something can't be right. It can't make that many noises. That's got to be broke.
Already just driving down a normal road, this car is crazy. It really is something very special.
That, honestly, that's probably really bad for it, isn't it?
So how much was all of that? How much throttle?
So far? Yeah. About 10%.
Because the truth is, this car is making me nervous.
Here we go. Full throttle. Was that full throttle?
No, that's so scary.
I'm very nervous to hit the throttle to full on a public road because we have all seen these viral clips. These rear-wheel drive, high-powered supercars are very snatchy. They can spin up in a split second, and then you are just along for the ride. They catch a lot of people out, just like Michael B. Jordan. One quick stamp on that throttle and it can end in disaster with so much horsepower at your foot. And the worrying thing is, my P1 has nearly twice the power of some of these crashing cars. Even Lando Norris wouldn't smash his throttle pedal in his P1. A lot of the cars that crash are only travelling under 70 miles per hour.
So where we're going is unrestricted speed limit, okay? It's 300 miles away, so to make sure I can get the full potential out of this car, first we're having a bit of a test session today.
How are you going to do that?
We're going to need an helmet.
Welcome to Silverstone. This is the home of Formula One, and most drivers say it's the best track in the whole world. This place is fast, very fast. But when it goes wrong, it goes horribly wrong.
This is it. I'll be honest, I'm scared. So am I. Which way does the track go?
Now it's time to see what this car feels like at more than 10% throttle.
This thing is fast. That's bonkers.
The P1 is built with lots of F1 technology, and you can really feel it's at home on the racetrack.
I don't want to use my brakes, they're too expensive.
Set of piston pads on a P1, you're looking at £60,000.
Slightly up brakes though. Maybe use the brakes next time.
So far the car feels really good, but so far I haven't just floored that throttle. The harrowing question is, will it grip or will it spin up and crash? Well, it's time to put on my extra pair of pants and find out.
Foot to the floor, baby! With 60 grand brake pads. We're not dead, we've done 2 laps. Yeah! I'm glad we're warming into it. How does it feel? Amazing. I can go flat out. I thought I'd be too scared to go flat out, but I'm not. This is the fastest thing I've ever been in without a doubt. Right, well done. We're alive. Good work. That was amazing. Well, you'll get to see the second bit of the video.
But before we get carried away, we pulled into the pits for a debrief because we have all seen this track day video. A Porsche GT3 RS that ran out of talent, breaking himself and crashing into £4 million worth of hypercar. So myself and Reese took a walk down the pit lane to make sure there wasn't any wannabe record breakers in GT3s.
GT3 RS. Oh, another one. GT3 RS. GT3 RS. GT3 RS. GT3 RS. GT3 RS. It's a Matt Armstrong colour GT3. Right, come on.
GT3. Is that what I think it is?
I thought these were supposed to be limited numbers, that's what they told us.
That's because they're all here.
Every single one of them's here.
So now we know we have a track full of cars that could potentially crash into the P1 at any minute. It was time to set a challenge. I've only driven my new car from my hometown in Redditch, basically the UK's Las Vegas, 50 miles down the M40 to here, Silverstone Formula 1 circuit. So it's no doubt I have thrown myself into the deep end, coming straight to a racetrack. But I haven't just come here to get used to the car at high speed.
Most importantly, I want to know personally, and you guys too probably, how fast is a McLaren P1 hypercar? So, we've got a challenge. So on the screen now are 5 times, starting with Max's, the fastest lap ever around here. Now all the cars you can see, now these aren't just some mush having a bit of a rip round. This is the fastest this car has ever been around this track. So even your sort of C63s have been on the absolute limit, set up to perfect race conditions.
Because of that, I'm going to have 3 goes of setting a fast lap to try and beat these times in my McLaren P1, which unfortunately is set up for the road. We have some great cars to set a time against, and I'm super interested what we can do in this 10-year-old crazy hypercar.
So, should we see how far down here we can get? I think we can beat Jeremy. It's a Ford Cougar. Ford Cougar, got to be faster than a Ford Cougar.
As I was getting into the car, I had a worrying reality check to what's happening.
Right, just to let you know, I am very scared for the simple reason. I've had a little bit of think about this. I have no insurance, okay?
None.
We're on a track day, okay? It's bad enough on the road. On the road, if I crash this on the road, I have a £50,000 excess. 50 grand excess.
But luckily, I think I have a phone a friend who might give me a policy for if, or more than likely when, I crash.
I've just realised I've got no insurance. So what does Matt Armstrong Insurance pay out on a P1?
Okay, so I don't have fire and theft cover, so any fire or theft, you're not getting paid out. We're going to go for a market value, bearing in mind the airbags have to be blown if you go into if you crash, the airbags have to be blown. £850,000 for a P1 is my going rate, so, and that's pretty reasonable because you've not had to pay anything for that insurance. I'm not charging you, so that's £850,000 if you crash, but the airbags have to deploy.
Okay. I reckon Freddie might pay you more because all he's got to do is paint it yellow and he's finished his videos.
So let's do the simple maths. I paid 1.2 million for this car. And if I put it in the barrier and wreck it, Matt is willing to buy the crashed car for £850,000. He has made it less of a risk, but that crash would still cost a ridiculous 350 grand. Not sure if that's put my mind at ease. So one thing's for sure, there is a lot on the line here. So I'm going to go out for the first of my fast lap runs and see what cars we can beat.
Right, here we go. Warm up lap, and then we will set the best lap time I possibly can. Try and learn the track at the same time. Right, here we go. Lap number 1. Got me spare pair of underpants on. I'm doubled up. And let's put a good lap time in. Here we go. Lap number 1. Turn around, get round, come on. Go, 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 go.
The lap was going well. I was starting to learn the corners. The legendary Maggots and Beckers was getting more familiar.
130, 140, 150, 156. Hard on the brakes. Could have definitely gone faster there. So we've got a bit left for the next lap.
But as all I've done is drive this car here, obviously the lap came with a few mistakes.
The track corner. All good. Okay, this is where we've got to go harder in the middle. Since the tyres.
But one thing a hypercar can't fix, and it was hurting my lap time, was traffic.
I've run out of brakes then. Been held up a bit by a BMW. He's hindering us bad. We're good though. We'll let it rip.
So that's the end of fast lap attempt number 1.
Right, good lap I think. We'll see where we are. We can definitely go faster, but we can also definitely crash.
Hopefully that was a decent time as a starter point. It should put me in the mix to try and beat the cars we have chosen to race against with the stopwatch.
Right, I got held up pretty bad.
That makes sense.
Go on, where are we at?
2:31. You beat Jeremy.
2:31. I lost 3 or 4 seconds in the last corner with it.
Yes, I wasn't happy with that time, but when I think about the situation, I am risking a £1.2 million car around a track that I don't know, and that's in between traffic of other track users. This was never going to be easy.
Gotta get faster, haven't I?
A lot faster.
For attempt number 2, I had a bit of a trick up my sleeve.
Right, lap 2, and I've just found a little bit of a button there. That there gives me iPass. So if I've got enough to worry about, I've also now got to find a button.
That'll give you 170 more horsepowers.
Okay, let me explain you one thing, right? I've been lucky enough to drive lots of cars, and most of them I thought, I wish this had a bit more power. This, I do not need any more power.
Well, now you've got it.
This iPass button enables the electric motors on the hybrid system on the P1, very much like the curse system on an F1 car. When I hold my finger on the button, we get all the power, the full 903 horsepower. It's basically like an extra boost button on Mario Karts. So, can I get a better time on the board?
You've got to remember, we're doing 130 miles an hour there.
So attempt number 2, and quarter of the way round, it already feels faster. And that iPass, wow, what a difference.
iPass gives us turbo boost. Bit more iPass. Oh, that was quick. Okay, we've got some speed now, we're doing better.
A better lap time from me, iPass boost, and a little less traffic slow me down. Will it be enough to leapfrog the C63 2-minute 21?
And that's our lap 2 complete. Okay, let's see where we are. What was my time?
You did it in a 2:20. You beat the C63.
That's not too bad then. We've still got another 5, I reckon. Literally
reckon?
another 5. I'm learning so much every lap.
But I want to go more. I want to go quicker than the track-ready 911. They are one of the best handling cars ever made, and I'm sure they set that lap time on a closed track piloted by a Porsche test driver. It might just be impossible to beat, but this P1 is so good. It's super sharp, crazy fast, and I am definitely getting quicker, learning the track each time that I go out. Can Mark from Redditch beat the ultimate 911 lap? So in order to beat the 911, I have a few tactics. We are going all in track mode. This increases the downforce, lowers the ride height, and stiffens the suspension. But this track mode turns off all the traction control.
Right, now race mode, iPass, and I'm going to try DRS as well.
Ooh.
Just on them big straights, I'm just going to press both of them at the same time and see what happens. Right, need to beat that Porsche 911. It's like a Friday night.
So here we go. We are in full track mode. This is our final run, attempt number 3. Let's try and beat the ultimate 911 time around the full F1 Grand Prix circuit of the legendary Silverstone racetrack.
Oh, now I'm scared. Now I'm a little, oh, how bumpy is it? I can feel it's faster already. Oh, the throttle response. Oh my god, that's flipping ridiculous. That through. This feels so good now. Oh Jesus. This is definitely faster. Race mode is officially brilliant. Let's try and get this apex now to keep this in. Yes.
This car was now flying around this track. The downforce was immense in track mode.
Feel that kick in. Come on, get that turbos in. Yes, good exit speed. Now we're going to go for right pass. And the Arlen. Woohoo! Whoa, my God!
It was looking like I had a good shot at that 911 time, but the Germans, they weren't happy. They had sent some roadblocks.
Porsche is getting in our way. Come on, move out of my way. We're trying to do a fast lap. Come on, GT3 RS, move out of the way. Oh, he's moved out of the way, bless him. We've got to beat that time.
And across the line.
Right, hopefully that was a faster time, because it definitely felt like it. But this car is very, very special.
That was fast. That was really fast.
But was it faster? Was it faster?
You might want to sit down. Oh, yeah. You did it. In a 2. 1.
Yeah. 201 result. No.
8 to
218.
Yeah.
So we came up a little short on the Porsche, but this car has definitely got more. We have no setup, we have lots of traffic, and I need more laps around this Grand Prix circuit. That's just a few of my many excuses.
Do you know what half the problem was with that lap then? I think I could have gone faster if I wasn't pressing buttons, because I'm looking down trying to look at stuff and then I'm missing apexes. I don't think the wheels will help me with that, to be fair, because they are literally like, that is hotter than a brake disc.
Regardless of my very valid excuses, this has been an amazing day for the start of our P1 relationship. We also know my P1 is slower than Max Verstappen's Formula 1 car, but faster than Jeremy Clarkson's Cougar. Now, the reason we are here. Am I ready to take on a 900 horsepower hypercar as fast as it will go on the UK streets?
I just feel so more at ease with it. Like, I'm still scared of it, but it's not as scary as it was this morning. And now we've just got basically a 300-mile trip now to get on a ferry to go to a place which is the ultimate British road with no speed limits in the ultimate British hypercar.
We are back on the road, up a bit and across a bit. Now, most lucky people who own a hypercar don't drive them very often, and I think I figured out why.
Never mind depreciation or fuel, it's going to cost me a fortune and get my back sorted. This is absolutely ridiculous. No wonder they don't get driven.
So a quick pit stop, as I can't push the limits of this car with a bad back.
Solution, £35.
Only one.
I just said £35. Way better.
So we are heading to Liverpool to catch a ferry. And I personally haven't seen a hypercar on one before. And you will see why very shortly.
So a few cool things we've spotted on the P1. The phone sits in the middle like that. And the air conditioning man has a helmet. He's a racing driver.
Also, another fun fact, that circle is the aerial view of McClaren HQ.
What a pointless fact. Tunnel run.
All I can do is change down gears, supposed to be doing 30.
A few more litres of super unleaded and we had arrived at the ferry. And once we're on the other side, we have unrestricted, no speed limit roads. But we have a big issue with the ferry.
It's not good news, if I'm honest. Okay, so apparently this is something to do with the captain.
My cousin is the captain, and he was saying that McLarens really struggle getting on and off, like really badly.
So if a normal McLaren struggle, we're in the lowest McLaren they make. On the positive side, this thing behind my back is fantastic. Don't think you get seasick.
I've gone from a Lamborghini boat to a ferry within 2 weeks.
You're gonna love this side of grounding.
Brilliant.
That's for your front splitter.
Look how steep it is.
You're alright.
Somehow we are on with no splitter delete. Now, the big question, where is the ferry going? The Isle of Man. An island only 13 miles wide with a population of 84,000 petrol heads, because this place is motorsports mad. These people stop and close their normal roads to race engines. Lots of rally race cars, but the most famous, the motorbike Isle of Man TT. For 2 weeks a year, this entire island is turned into one massive racetrack.
This is the start line, and as you can see, it's a normal road.
To compete in the TT race, you have to be brave or crazy, as on average, every year, 2 people tragically lose their lives whilst in this race.
Including one of my friends lost his life here, so yeah, it's a pretty brutal race circuit, pretty brutal race.
After 110 years of the TT race and 270 fatalities, this race is still going stronger than ever because of their love for motorsport and everything racing stands for. But crazily, a section of this amazing track is open for 365 days a year, with no speed limit restrictions for anyone.
So here it is, the A18. Now as a petrol head, an unrestricted road through the mountains is an absolute dream. And it's legal, and we get to do it today in this amazing car.
It's literally like a racetrack.
It is literally a racetrack. They've even got curbs painted for you. We've even got somewhere to apex.
We are not here to just appreciate the scenery. We're here to see how fast we can go on the public roads of the Isle of Man. In the TT race, the motorbikes reach 200 miles per hour, but that's when the roads are closed from traffic and everyone is going the same way. We need to do this safely.
So we are going to have 3 attempts to see what our maximum speed can be. And we have found the perfect piece of road, which looks very bumpy.
So it's vital that we get used to the road layout before we take on one of the most dangerous challenges I have ever attempted. So here we are, entering the road with no speed limits.
Go for it. How is this legal? How is this legal?
What a buzz. I am a big TT fan, and I am now driving a hypercar around the exact track I have watched on the telly for years. The roads literally look like a racetrack.
This is like the dream road. Imagine this on the way to work every morning. How many cars do you reckon you get through a year? It's a little bit bumpy though.
Before we attempt this crazy challenge, you might be wondering how much this trip was. It's cost us about £600, but you could come and experience all of this for free, as you may be owed some money.
Just like PPI, you could have been missold your finance, whether that's PCP or hire purchase, you could be in for some compensation, and that could be thousands. And this goes back to 2007, so you might have multiple claims. This thing is so fast. You could make this claim yourself through the Financial Ombudsman or Martin Lewis's template, but with Reclaim 247, they use proper lawyers to fight your case for the maximum amount of money. Oh my God, feel it spin there. Yeah. Now if you're like me and you're not organised in life and you can't remember when or where you had all these agreements, Reclaim 247 sort that all out for you. And you can start doing that right now by clicking the link in the description. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. thank you Reclaim 247 for sponsoring this video. Right, we all ready?
Top speed.
First of 3.
This trip has been amazing. I have driven around the best Formula 1 track in the world. In many would say the best car ever made. And now we're going to attempt one of the most dangerous things I have ever done and see how fast I can go on the public road.
Oh, I think you're here. Go for it, go, go, go! 80, 90, 110, 120. So it's 120s to beat. That's attempt number 1.
How the hell is this legal?
But it is. They do insist it must be safe, which is why we only go fast when there is no other traffic. And with attempt number 1, we got to 120 miles per hour. Next, attempt number 2. Let's see if we can push it just a little bit further.
120 to beat.
And for this run, we brought back our old friend, iPass.
That iPass button then, Jesus!
130 miles per hour on a public road legally.
I can't stop laughing. The smile on my face. Why can't we? We're coming here every single weekend.
I'm moving here. They got less tax.
And a racetrack across a mountain every day.
Before I do my final attempt, the road and this whole island has blown me away. The people here have been amazing. An island full of true petrol heads. I was even treated to a local cuisine of cheesy chips and gravy.
Not ready for me.
You can't say that.
We have had a great time. But now it's time to see if I can beat 130 miles per hour in the McLaren P1.
110.
It was proving very difficult to beat that speed.
110, 120 again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
At high speeds, the roads felt very bumpy. And when we saw another car, we had to abort.
Oh, jeez. Mine's on the wrong side of the road. It's a shame about the traffic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without the traffic. I wonder if you can hire it for an hour.
Eventually, we found a gap in the traffic, and this was our chance.
Here we go, final run on the amazing Isle of Man. Right, there's a good time to subscribe. It's right now.
120, 130.
140 mile an hour on a UK road.
The smiles say it all. I recommend you get in your car, whether that's a Fiesta, a BMW or a hypercar, and come visit the amazing Isle of Man. What a stunning place for a petrol head. As UK mainland is cracking down more and more on drivers who are speeding, this is a place you can come and put your foot down legally and safely to do what we all love and enjoy our cars. And you never know in today's world how long this will last. We managed 140 miles per hour in the McLaren P1 legally on the streets. And if you want to see me drive as fast as we did in this video.
Now, June the 14th, don't forget we have the Revved Up show at Santapod. I'll be taking this car and 3 others and going up the drag strip. The link in the description to get your tickets for 15% off. Right, Isle of Man, thank you. Honestly, it's been an unbelievable few hours. People have welcomed us like I could have never imagined. And I am in love with this island. We will see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m.